Hey guys, this is Christy, and we are going to do a moderate to high intensity workout. Here's the deal. I am not there to keep my eyes on you, so listen to your body. If you feel like you are getting dizzy, or if you need to grab some water, or if there is a, ow, that hurts, you need to stop. I can't see what you're doing, so I can't see if I need to slow down. There is a pause button at the bottom of your screen. Push it. Take a break. If I'm not giving you enough time for a water break, push that pause button, and when you come back on, it'll be right where you stopped at. Guys, I want you to stay safe. That's our top priority in our workout. I absolutely want you to push yourself, but if at any time you think you're doing too much, slow down and self-modify. That's why you get to do this workout, and I get to take you up, down, off the floor, all around, because I know you're gonna listen to your body and not put yourself in a situation where you are gonna get hurt. So listen to your body. You're doing these exercises at your own risk because I can't see what you're doing. So listen to your body. All right, guys, I want you to keep some water nearby. Take water breaks even more often than I'm giving you. I want you to have fun with this workout. Push yourselves. Typically, I don't encourage you to, if you need a chair to do these workouts, this is not the right workout for you. But if you need a chair, please use it. Just listen to your body and have fun. Hey guys, this is one of my favorite warm-ups. I do this one on the floor. When I started the gym about 4.5 years ago, this is one that we did on a regular basis. I love the dynamic stretching that we get to do, and I love using the floor to give me that target of what I'm aiming for. So I just want you to go ahead and lay it all the way down, lengthen the spine, reach those fingers, reach those toes. I always get so tickled at my afternoon fighters whenever I get ready to coach them, because every time I walk in, they're laying on the floor. I think in hopes that I'll do this drill. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna start out with some big backstrokes. So goal is trying to get those palms and those fingers to reach the floor at the same time. Now we do these dynamic stretches on cold muscles because it preps them for the work. So as opposed to just holding that stretch, that's typically a lot of injuries can occur if we hold those cold muscles still before we stretch them out and getting them warmed up. So go ahead and take both hands overhead. I want you to try and get those fingernails all the way on the ground. And I just want you to give me some snow angels. Now you can add the legs, but what I'm really trying to do here is warm up those shoulders. So those fingernails are just gonna drag the ground, trying to come all the way overhead. Usually they leave the ground when they get about shoulder height, so really try and keep them down on the ground. Sweep them all the way down. Your head should be all the way on the floor. If you can't get it on the floor, you're gonna wanna put a small pillow or a small towel rolled up underneath. But goal is trying to let gravity take its course and get that head all the way on the floor. Go ahead and take those hands down by the side. I want you to turn and look over your left shoulder. Nice big neck stretch. And then roll over, turning, look over the right shoulder. So we're just gonna go back and forth a few times. Trying to get that chin all the way over that shoulder. Trying to get that nose all the way to the floor. Good job. Go ahead and bring those knees into the chest. I'm gonna reach underneath my knees, grabbing my hamstrings, and then I want you to straighten all the way out. And knees in. If you wanna reach around the knees, you can grab the shins, and then extend straight out. Just warming up that midsection, getting those hips loose and ready to work. One last time. Now this time I want you to keep that right leg in, extend that left leg all the way to the heel is on the ground. Give it a little hug for 1, 2, 3, and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, switch sides. Back and forth. Each time you bring it in, can you bring it in a little bit tighter? Last time. Good job. Go ahead and put both feet flat on the floor. Knees are up to the ceiling. Take those arms out into a T. I want you to drop those knees to the right, trying to get those knees all the way down to the ground. You're gonna feel that nice pull in that hip flexor, and then drop it to the other side, feeling it up along the back and forth. Goal is trying to get that knee all the way down, both sides. Last time. Both feet flat on the floor, knees are up to the ceiling. I want you to give me some bridges. Squeeze in those glutes at the top. Come up, squeeze, and then right back down. So squeeze as you're lifting, push, and then right back down. Just warming up those hamstrings, those glutes. A couple more times. And a last time. Good job. I want you to take those hands down by your side. I want that right hand to reach up and over for that big power rock. Back and forth, reaching up and over. Reach out as far as you can. Turn off that alarm clock. Good job. Last time. Good job. I want you to take that left leg up to the ceiling, and I just want you to take that toe all the way across and then open wide and all the way across. You can take those arms out to the side, giving it a target to aim for. That's why I love the floor, because you know if you're touching the floor, then you've got that full range of motion that I'm looking for. If you can't touch the floor, then we've got a little bit more work we need to be doing. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So toe up and over. It's like a windshield wiper going back and forth. My daughter's son gives me a hard time about this one. If he's watching, this one's for you, DJ. So I'm talking about the back windshield wiper on the back of your window. Back and forth. Now, we're gonna kick that leg open out to the side, and I want you to use momentum to roll yourself all the way over onto your belly. All right, so now we're on our belly, and I want you to come up onto your forearms. So I don't want you going straight up into that cobra pose. We're just on those forearms. We're gonna walk those elbows back, sitting back on those haunches. Now I want you to be a submarine, shooting through the water, bringing that belly button all the way to the floor. So we're gonna rock back and belly forward and rock back and rock forward. A couple more times. And a last time. All right, we're gonna bring those hands right underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath our hips. You've got two options for this one. We're gonna take our hand and we're gonna thread it all the way through. Try to get that shoulder all the way down on the floor, and then reach that hand up to the sky. That's option number one. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me a little bit better. Other option is fingertips right behind those ears, elbow down, sweep high. So which one do you feel like you have more opening of that chest? I want you to listen to your body on that one. So you can reach through and open up. I actually feel it more when I bring those fingers behind my ears, bending that elbow, drop that elbow down, sweep high. Keep it going a couple more times. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. So sweep all the way through on this first one, trying to get that shoulder all the way down to the ground. Sweep high. Now sweep through. Now on this one, test it. Is it better for those fingers behind the ears? Elbow bent and reach high. All right, let's go ahead and your choice, straight arm or elbow bent. Let's go ahead and go through that one a few more times. Nice job. Go ahead and bring those hands back to the floor. I want you to go ahead and roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Good job. We're gonna take those hands back on the floor, bend those elbows like you're gonna kiss the floor, and I want you to pop up nice and wide, opening those fingers out nice and wide, elbows bent. Pop up, open up that chest for posture. This one is fantastic for making sure you have enough strength. Get yourself off the floor. Give me 2 more. Now we're gonna add that power step into it. So pop up, step, pop up, and step. Three, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Whichever foot you feel strongest with, I want you to step that foot forward. We're gonna tuck that back toe under. We're gonna drive up off the floor. Good job. Step it back. Switch to the other side. Switch feet. Tuck that back toe under. Drive that knee up and off the floor. Go ahead and open those hands wide. Come across. Open wide. Good job. Roll those shoulders. Roll those shoulders. One last time. Up, back, and down. Good job, guys. Grab you a quick drink of water. Hey, guys, we are going to do a completely different format that we have done since we've gone to our online platform. This is something that you would see on a regular basis at the gym. It is our pyramid workout. It's actually one of our coaches, all of our coaches' favorite workouts that we do. And so what it is we're gonna have 6 exercises that we're gonna put on repeat. I've got some heavier weights today than what I would normally use because the only 2 exercises that we're gonna use the weights for is our overhead presses and our rows, and if you wanna use it on your squats. So just be thinking about that. If you've got multiple weights, you're gonna wanna go on the heavier end. The other thing that you could do would be to grab your laundry detergent. You could do that, and you could do one side at a time if you need it a little bit heavier. But, you could use even books on this one. So our 6 exercises are gonna be squats. Then we're gonna go down onto the floor. We're gonna do some chest taps. We're gonna do some bridges. That's another one you could use that extra weight on is your bridges. We're gonna go into what I call crab ankles. Don't worry, I'll explain. We're gonna do some overhead presses, and we're gonna do some rows. So those are our 6 exercises. Now the thing about this one is you're gonna do a pyramid of them. You're gonna do 6 of those exercises, then you're gonna do 8, then you're gonna do 10, and then you're gonna peak at 12. So you're increasing your rep count by 2 each round. Then when you get to 12, you're gonna back down, going to 10, to 8, back down to 6. So we're gonna do 6, 8, 10, 12, 10, 8, 6. We're gonna loop in some cardiovascular work on those in between each rounds. So push pause anytime you need to. But I'm gonna set the timer for 40 minutes. I'm not gonna do the entire workout because I don't want you to worry about trying to keep up with my pace. This is about you. This is your workout, so you don't need to worry about how fast you're going. If at the end of the 40 minutes, you wanna stop the video and start using the stretching video that I've created separately, feel free to do that. But if you want to, put it on repeat. Go back up the pyramid again. So, 40-minute timer. I'm going to come on every few minutes and just give you some reminders of what you're doing, but you're going to do this workout on your own. So, real quick, I'm going to explain what those exercises looks like before we get started. I'm going to grab my weights. This isn't our official workout. I'm just explaining what they look like. We're going to do some squats. I want the weights up on your shoulders or no weights at all, and I want those fingers behind those ears. We're gonna do 6 squats. Now, when you do a squat, I want you to put your booty out. So kind of shift your weight back, and then I want you to sit down. Every time you come up, you squeeze those glutes forward, pushing that pelvis forward, shift your weight back, and squat. Now you can go as deep as you want on those squats. Remember, you're gonna do 6 of them. Then we're gonna go down onto the floor. We're gonna come into a high plank, if at all possible. Doing everything we can to not let those hips rock. I'm gonna chest tap. So 1, 1, 2, 2. If I need to, I'm just gonna drop down to my knees. 1, 1, 2, 2. So you're doing 2 to count as 1. Then I'm gonna roll over. I'm gonna grab my weights and I'm gonna put them on my lower part of my abdomen. Feet right beside my bum. Squeeze those glutes. Hip bridges. Up and down. Then I'm gonna get rid of those weights and I'm gonna come up into what I call a crab. Tabletop is another way you can know this one. Shoulders away from those ears. Tap. 1, 1, 2, 2. Those are, we're gonna call them crab ankles. I don't have any other name for them than that. Then I'm gonna stand up, grab those weights again. If I only have light weights, I can double them up on one side. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Same thing on those rows. If you don't have heavy weights, feel free to grab 1, 2, or do both at the same time. All right, so those are our 6 exercises. When you get through those, I want you to give me 40 jumping jacks. Yes, I said 40, 40. 1, 2. Modify by taking the jump out. Star jack if you need to take it up. You're gonna put that on repeat. Each time, bumping it up to by 2. And then you're gonna put those jumping jacks in at the end of each round. All right, guys, grab you a quick drink of water, grab your weights or whatever resistance kind of weight you're gonna use on this workout, and we're gonna get started. All right, guys, so we are gonna get started on this round of pyramid. We've got 6 exercises. We're gonna do 6 sets. So I'm gonna do the first round with you. If you need to go a little bit faster, you can go faster than I am. If you need to go a little bit slower, go a little bit slower. So remember on those squats, we're gonna shift our weight back. So just stick your booty out. Now sit down over that imaginary porta potty. Ready? Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. I'm gonna get rid of those weights. I'm gonna come into my high plank. Doing my best to not rock side to side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6. I'm gonna drop down onto my back. Weights on the lower part of my abdomen. Head is flat on the ground. Feet are by my hips. Squeeze those glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Get rid of those weights. Come up to that crab or tabletop. Ready? Let's touch those ankles. 1, 1. Now here's a modification. Drop that booty. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 6. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take one weight in each hand. Remember, you can double up on those weights, and you're just gonna do 6 on each side. That's why you're gonna go at your own pace and not mine. Roll those shoulders, get them away from your ears. Support that lower back. Hands, 90-degree angle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Roll those shoulders again. Elbows right beside your sides. Slight hip, bend at the hips. Straight arm out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get rid of those weights. 40 jumping jacks. Ready? Here we go. Take out the jump if you need to. $30. 40. Did I do too many? I don't know. I want you to do 40 jumping jacks. All right, guys, so that's what round 1 looks like. Grab you a drink of water if you need to. This time, you're gonna do 8 of those exercises. 40 jumping jacks. Then when you finish those jacks, you're gonna bump it up to 10. Jumping jacks, 12. Jumping jacks, and you're just gonna put that on repeat. Guys, feel free to turn the volume down on my music and listen to your own music at this one. Go at your own pace. I'm gonna be back on in a minute and check on you. You are 10 minutes in. Keep it up. Listen to me if you need to. Otherwise, grab you a quick drink of water. But I'm just going to give you a little bit of reminder on those squats. Remember, we're going to shift our weight backwards. Sit down. Come all the way up, squeezing those glutes at the top. So I want you to think about driving that whole foot into the ground, your toes and your heels. Shift that weight back, sit down, and come right back up. Just a little reminder on those squats. On those chest taps, I want you to come to those knees if you have any kind of shoulder issues. Otherwise, try and stay up nice and tall. Don't let those hips rock back and forth, side to side. Those are your chest taps. When you get back onto your back, make sure you squeeze those glutes before you lift those hips up off the ground. Just squeeze before you lift and come right back down. On those crab ankles, lift up, alternating, tapping side to side. If it's too much, drop your rear end down and side to side. Good job. Guys, I'll see you at the halfway mark. All right, guys, you are halfway through this workout. So remember, if you get to the end, you can either go back up the pyramid or else you can just stop the workout and go ahead and find that stretch video. It is very important that you get those stretches at the end. So don't just get to the bottom of your pyramid and walk away. Make sure you are getting that stretch in. Don't forget to shift that weight into those booties whenever you do those squats, so those knees are staying bent. You're gonna keep them behind those toes. Wiggle those toes in those shoes. Yes, those are your squats, those chest taps. Nice and slow and controlled. You don't want that rocking back and forth. On those rows, that last one, those elbows are squeezing in, squeezing those shoulder blades, bringing those elbows in right by your side. Guys, you've got this. You are over halfway through. Keep it up. I'll see you with 10 minutes left to go. All right, guys, you've got 10 more minutes on this workout. You can do it. Keep going. If you are way finished with this one, put it on repeat. You either needed to get heavier weights or you need to push yourself a little bit harder. So let's keep working. 40 minutes of work. You've got 10 more to go. You've got this. Don't forget, on those crabs, if you need to, you can drop your rear end to the floor and reach side to side. If you need that intensity, go ahead and keep that rear end up off the floor. Your pace, your workout, you've got this. Great job. That is the end of your workout. It is time to stretch. Make sure you've got a big drink of water. Let that heart rate come down a little bit, and then join me on the floor for some stretches. Great job on that workout, guys. If you're not already on the floor, go ahead and join me now. We're just gonna lay it all the way out for a great stretch. Just letting that body recover for a little bit. I want you to just go ahead and take those hands all the way overhead. Reach those fingers nice and long. Point those toes, just resetting that spine. Big deep breath in. Letting that heart rate come down just a little bit. Goal is trying to get those fingers all the way on the floor. Absolutely want that head flat on the floor. If you need to put a neck pillow underneath your head or a little something under your head, that's fine. But goal is trying to get rid of that as soon as you can, because we want to work on that posture, letting gravity just pull its course. Go ahead and draw those knees into the spine. Now, I like to reach under my knees if I have knee issues, grabbing a hold of those hamstrings. If you want, you can rock side to side just a little bit. If you need a little deeper stretch and you don't have knee issues, you can reach around those knees, grabbing a hold of those shins. I want you to keep that right leg in and extend that left leg all the way flat on the floor so that left thigh is on the floor. Hanging on to that right knee or reaching under and grabbing that right hamstring. Just give me some circles with that right ankle. Go one direction and then the opposite direction. So now think about that knee as more towards the center of my chest, right to the right side of my chest. I want you to open it up towards your right armpit. So a couple things you can do here is take that right hand and reach inside that right ankle, allowing that knee to open up a little bit farther. You're going to get into that adductor area just a little bit. Feel free to close your eyes here and just relax and enjoy these stretches. Breathe in for me several times. Now, left hand is going to grab that right knee, pulling it across the body. Goal is try to get that right knee flat on the floor. I want you to keep that right arm on the floor, right shoulder on the floor, and if you want to deepen that stretch, you could turn and look to that right hand. So once again, we're trying to get that knee as close to the ground as we can, just hovering over the top just slightly if it needs to be. Keep breathing as it starts to soften up. So guys, if you need more stretching, I encourage you tomorrow to try out my longer, deeper, intensive stretch video. Just going to get a little more stretching than what we're going to be able to get into today, wrapping up this workout. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out. Let's shake those legs out just a little bit. Now I want you to bring that left knee in. I'm going to reach under my hamstring, or I can reach around and grab that knee. Give me some ankle circles, one direction, opposite direction. My right thigh is all the way extended onto the floor. Now I'm going to reach through and grab inside that left ankle, using my left elbow to open my left knee out to the side. My head is flat on the floor. I'm breathing in through the nose and exhaling nice and deep. Right hand's going to grab that left knee, pulling it across the body, trying to get that knee all the way to the floor. I'm going to keep my left shoulder flat on the floor, and if I want to deepen that stretch, I'm going to turn and look to that left hand. I'm going to come back to center, put both feet flat on the floor, knees are out, arms to the side, dropping those knees to the right. Goal is trying to get those knees all the way down, side to side, just releasing that back and forth a few times. Now I'm going to take those knees up to the ceiling. My feet are flat on the floor. I'm going to place my left ankle on top of my right knee, pushing that left knee away from my ears, just getting into that groin area just a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean groin area. Glute area just a little bit deeper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that left foot over to the right side. Now, if you can, I want you to reach down and grab with your left hand, grabbing that right foot. Even deeper, right hand's going to grab that left knee and pull it down to the floor. Oh yeah. That one feels good. Good job. Go ahead and uncross, shake them out just a little bit. This time I'm going to place my right ankle on top of my left knee, pushing that right knee away from those ears. Just breathe, trying to soften up that glute muscle a little bit. Now I'm going to drop those knees to the left, so my right foot's going to come down to the floor. Right hand is going to grab that left foot. Left hand is going to grab my right knee and pull it down to the floor. Now, if this stretch is too deep, guys, because this is a tough one, let go of that foot. You can also just stack those knees on top of each other, those feet on top of each other, and keeping those legs over to the left side. But this stretch is going to just really stretch out that lower part of the body from the back down to those hips, to those glutes, down along those knees. Try and keep those shoulders away from your ears. Good job. Go ahead and uncross if you can. Both feet flat on the floor. Once again, just releasing that back side to side. All right, we're going to make our way over into that child's pose position. This is that one where I'm sitting down on my ankles. My knees are going to go out so that I can get down as low as I need to, reaching those hands out in front of me. Spread those fingers out nice and wide, pressing through the palms of your hands, pressing through the fingertips. Try and get that forehead all the way down to the floor. Keep breathing for me. I want you to take that left arm and we're just going to thread that needle under the right, using the floor to stretch out that left shoulder, trying to sink back down into the floor as deep as you can over those ankles once again. Good job. Go ahead and switch arms, threading that right arm through, trying to get that right shoulder all the way down to the floor. Go ahead and take both hands back out once again, sinking back to that child's pose. Couple big deep breaths here. So right now my hands are at 12 o'clock. I want to walk those hands over to about 10 and 11, pushing my weight down into my right hip. I'm going to feel that along the right rib cage all the way up into my armpit. Keep breathing as those muscles start to soften up. Back to center. Now take those hands over to 1 and 2 o'clock, pushing that weight down into that left hip. Back to center. Good job. Go ahead and come up onto all fours, so hands right underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath those hips. I
want you to push those shoulder blades apart nice and wide, pushing that spine to the ceiling. Big deep breath in. And as you exhale, I just want you to slowly shift that weight down so that the head's coming. The last thing's going to come up as you exhale, looking straight out in front of you. Inhale back up. And exhale. Last time, inhale up. Chin's going to be the last thing that drops as you push those shoulder blades far apart as you can. And then exhale, shifting that weight down towards the floor. Head's going to come up. All right, hands are still nice and spread. Those fingers are spread out nice and wide. I want you to step that left foot forward, tucking that right toe under. I want you to drive that knee up off the floor. Now for some, this is as far as we're going to get. I want you to push that heel down so you're getting a nice stretch along the back of that right leg. Right hand is going to be flat on the floor. So pushing that palm down into the floor. I want you to twist that left hand up to the ceiling. The goal is trying to get those fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. So you have a nice big line from the middle finger of your left hand all the way to the palm on the floor. Opening up that chest. Good job. If you need to, you're going to drop down to that knee because what I'm really concerned with right here is opening that chest muscles up. Nice big open chest for posture. Good job. We're going to bring that left hand back down. We're going to switch those feet. Bringing that right foot forward. Hands are flat on the floor. Tucking the left toe under. Drive that knee up. Now, if you can, you're going to keep that left hand on the ground. Right hand's going to swing up towards the ceiling, taking a peek at those right fingers. If you need to, drop down to that knee. But if you can, try to push that left heel into the floor. Good job. Go ahead and bring those hands back down. We're going to swing those legs out in front of us. Push those thighs and calves down into the floor. I've got my toes flexed back towards me. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders away from those ears. And now I'm just going to walk those fingers out as close to those shins or as close to those toes as I can get it. But I've got my chin pointing out over my toes. My toes are pulled back. Feel this up the back of those legs. Keep breathing for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll those shoulders down. I'm going to walk those hands even farther. I can even grab a hold of my feet if I can, pushing those toes back towards my ears. Chin's going to drop down. Thighs and calves are flat on the floor. Good job. Coming back up nice and tall. I want you to keep that left foot straight out. And I'm going to bring my right foot right inside my left knee. Another thing I can do is I can take that foot over that knee. Sitting up nice and tall, left elbow is going to hug that right knee. And I'm going to turn and look over my right hip like I'm checking out what's happening in the back seat. Keep breathing as those muscles start to soften up a little bit. Good job. Go ahead and straighten that right leg out, left foot inside the right knee or over the top. Sitting up nice and tall, right elbow is going to hug that left knee. Turn and look over my left hip. Keep breathing. All right, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and bring those feet in, sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders. Rolling those shoulders one last time, up, back, and down, taking those fingers, reaching straight out in front of you like I'm trying to grab a hold of your wrist, and you're going to sink back, trying to keep yourself from being pulled up. Reach up nice and tall. Rotate those wrists all the way down. Once again, shoulders up, back and down. Lock those shoulders in place. Guys, great job today. I hope you're feeling good and refreshed. I want you to bring it in on 3. We're going to take it out to fight back. 1, 2, 3, fight back. Guys, I'll see you next time.